here we are at NAB 2013 showing VoxPro 5.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Okay, so we're looking at what we are now calling the classic view. So for any of you jocks out there who are averse to change, this is the view you want to use.
Yes.
It looks just like the old VoxPro that you know and love, except
Fell in
it's
love with.
updated. You know,
Yes.
we've lost the chainmail look.
Yep.
Okay, so all the same features, except of course the meters are no longer on the side; they're right underneath. One nice new feature for those of you who are approaching my age and getting hard of seeing, you can now adjust the size of the font very easily. Touch of a button. So that's useful.
What are these icons to the left?
Okay, so those are two brand new features. And probably the most exciting one is multi-track view. So I'll go into that mode.
Very nice.
And here we are looking at a 4-channel or 4-track multi-track view. In the waveform view at the very top, this is of course just a small window into the audio, but you see the entire file from beginning to end down on the top track. This is what we now call the title track.
Typically that would be your caller and your Jock microphone, okay? And that would play back mono.
Yeah, and now you can add music beds, you can add sound effects, what have you.
Yeah, usually what I see is jocks will put imaging at the end of their callers or before their callers. And in the old configuration, it would play back mono on the air because we mono out the 2 tracks. In this case, if you set it up to for mono output, it'll play the title track in mono, but anything else that you add on the other tracks stays stereo. Very cool. All right.
So I will drag. I'll just drag a file over into here.
I see drag and drop. Very nice.
Drag and drop, or of course you just click and select a file, any kind of audio file, iTunes, MP3s, MP2s, WMAs, OGG, Vorbis, FLAC, any audio format.
Can you edit those other tracks as well, just like the title track?
Absolutely. Let me show you. So everyone knows this editor and how that works. But
same control surface too, by the way.
Same control surface. So I just pop open the side editor. Control surface now talks to that.
Oh, cool.
Okay, and I can, for example, I'll just put a mark in here, put another one there, and let's see, we're going to copy, paste. It's kind of a ridiculous thing to do, but I've done it. And we'll say OK, and this is now updated down here. Now this one, you notice, this goes it goes beyond the end of the title track.
Okay.
So then the question is, what's going to happen if you're playing this back? What's going to happen when you get to the end?
Yep.
And that's your choice now. When the title track ends, you can either stop everything, or you can fade out these extra tracks that extend over, or you can just keep it playing until it ends.
Until it ends, okay.
So that's up to you. I'll just drag in a few more things here and just make a mix. There's a longer bed here. Oops. We're still working out the kinks. Okay, this will be...
Is it released yet?
No, it's not released yet. There we go.
All right.
So...
what I thought was also pretty cool was the buttons. Where you could put them up on the screen and then you could scroll through which your hotkeys are on the control surface, what they are.
Yeah, so we've always had hotkeys.
Yep.
But no one has ever used them because they've been too clunky to use.
Yeah.
It's just been too hard to set it up. So we have finally solved that problem. We have another area called the hotkeys, appropriately enough. And by the way, you can set this up if you're the kind of guy that likes to do this this way. Okay, so now I've got,
Oh, wow.
for example, 10 rows of
Sure.
hotkeys and low range beers. They're multiple pages of those.
Very cool.
How much footage you have for this guy's plan?
This is a touch screen, so I can launch
Oh,
them
look at
that
that.
way.
That's pretty neat.
Okay.
Progress bar.
Or
What I liked was the being able to scroll up or down. The scrolling there controls the
here
red boxes,
controls the red
Up
box.
or down.
That's your active bank
and each box correlates with.
with one of these buttons. So boom. and
So
it's
now you
playing.
hit that, and there you go. Now, that's pretty cool.
Now, these things, these of course you can edit in the same way as the support tracks in the multi-track view. All the same familiar controls. You can add effects on these, adjust volume, whatever you want to do. So that's nice.
Can you drag stuff into each button?
Yes, I can do that. I can drag something over here, hold it in.
There it
I
is.
can move these around if you want to arrange your files in different ways. In fact, I've put on the first tab, I've put more music stuff, scoring kinds of things. I've put sound effects on the next two tabs. And the rest of them, this has just been a demo, so we've been making some tabs, but they're kind of empty right now. I can, of course, delete those.
Can you drag anything from a button into the track?
What I can do is let's go back down to 4 rows of hotkeys. It just makes it easier
Sure.
to see. Okay, so we got 4 of those. We got our multi-track up here. Let's say that you have. Okay, let's find here's some empty ones. So I can drag something from. Oh no, I can't do that. Excuse me. Forgetting what I can do and what I can't do. I can do this.
Yeah, there you go. Very cool.
Okay.
All right.
I can also, once I have this mix all worked out and I like it, I can click on a hotkey and load that.
Mix to the hotkey. Oh, very cool.
There it is. Of course, I can also render that to a file
Okay.
as well.
So another question here is, when a Jock comes in and they want the layout in one configuration, is the layout tied to their login credentials?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
so if this is Jock 1, he could have it like so, but Jock 2 could have no buttons or no
Right.
edit track or whatever.
Right.
Okay, very
In fact,
cool.
if you don't like the edit list on the right there, you can put it on the left.
Oh,
There it is.
okay.
Okay. You can make that as wide as you want. The layout is completely configurable.
Sure. And this is all your masters or whatever audio you load into the system?
Yes. Well, a lot of people call these masters. We just call them files.
Yeah. Well, I think they used to be called masters. That's probably why, right?
Back in the day,
Yeah.
we had edits and masters.
That's right.
And they were 2 separate things. All of the actual audio was in the master, and then the edit was
Sure.
the edited master. Now it's one file.
For loading audio in, can you do transfers, or how does that work?
For loading audio in, of course, I can import.
Okay, there you go.
As always.
Yep.
I can. I already had that file in there, so now there's
Sure.
the second copy.
What about the syncing with other versions of VoxPro, the database syncing that?
This version doesn't have a database, so
Okay.
the database can never get out of sync because there is no database. to
Okay.
get out of sync.
Well, what about, if I have this in the Air Studio and also in the Prod Studio, I do an interview in the Prod Studio, but then want to air it back from the Air Studio to
Yes.
share files?
Yes, absolutely.
From version 4 to version 5, or just 5 to 5, or?
5 to 5 is going to work better. 4 and 5 are about 95% compatible.
Okay.
What happens? This is what's going to happen: is if you make a recording in version 5, and you're not going to see it on version 4 until you rebuild your database on version 4.
Okay.
That's the difference.
So just upgrade to 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
upgrade to 5.
So what does the upgrade cost? Do we know?
We don't know yet.
Ah.
It'll be reasonable. We are going to raise the price because we haven't raised our price in about 8 years.
Okay.
So I think it's about time we do that. The price of everything is going up,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So we need to do the same.
Let's see, anything else I can think of? Did you say what that fire key was? I'm sorry, maybe
That's
you
the
did.
hotkeys.
Okay.
Fire, hot.
Got it. Hot. Get it. Mic over there, is that a mute or something?
Yeah, that's actually the classic view.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I guess there's something kind of classic about that.
Yep, I get it. Okay. And those A's, is that to blow up the font or
That's to shrink your font, to blow up your font.
Okay, got it. What are these buttons at the top? Standby.
These are not actually buttons.
Okay.
These are that's the traditional.
Oh, I see.
It's the selection region.
Oh, okay.
Then you have your mode, so play, scrub,
Got it.
record. I don't know what audio is coming in
Yeah.
here yet.
Okay, and this is all IP, Wheatstone exclusive right now.
Right now, it's Wheatstone exclusive. And
So-
let me show you that,
Mm-hmm.
because that's very interesting. We go both directions. So I can start VoxPro playing by turning the channel on.
Yep.
Did you see that?
Mhm,
So
and stopping
turn
it.
the channel off, stops it, turn it on, and it's going to play from the beginning because
Sure.
I set it up that way.
Yep. And there's no control wire
And there's no control
hooked up
wires
to the DB connector there.
up to there.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's all IP signaling.
In fact, this is using the WheatNet audio drivers as well.
Yeah,
So
so-
there's no audio cables either.
No sound
There's
card,
no sound card.
no wiring, just all IP. Really cool.
And of course, I can I can stop from here, and that turns off
Oh, it turns off the module too.
the
Cool.
module. I can start playing, and it
Oh,
turns
yeah.
on the module. So
Very
we
cool.
go both directions there.
All right.
Here's a cool thing that some of your guys might like. Let's go back into hotkey mode. First of all, okay, so if this of course is what people are currently used to with VoxPro. I can set the playback and record device
Okay.
and the format, and that applies to what you see up here, the main tracks, and also to anything that you do in multi-track view. Okay.
Okay.
However, you can also assign a separate playback device
Really?
for the hotkeys.
Oh, cool.
So those can go out on a
Separate channel?
Separate channel. Or even more than that, if you have a need for it, you can assign a separate device per button,
Really?
per hotkey.
Wow. Not sure why I would need that, but that's cool.
I'm not sure why we need that either, but there might be some,
Yeah.
there might be some reasons.
Flexibility. I love it. All right. Anything else you think you can show us, or?
I can show you the WheatNet setup, how that works. So very simple, intuitive interface here. We're at the NAB, so we have lots of blades sitting
Yeah.
around, and you can choose any blade you want to talk to.
Let's see.
Out there, you can send the SLIO signals to and from any blade,
Sure.
and there would be a separate page basically for each blade. And for example, if I want to add another SLIO, I just dial in the number.
That would be a software logic in out. is
There
what
you
that
go.
means.
There you go. And I can assign the function. I could start a hotkey, for example, or start
Oh, really?
recording.
So there's a lot more functionality too with the logic.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So you have a record tally?
Yes, that's built in here. It's still working.
Cool.
So yeah, we intend this to be basically to have all the same features as the current VoxPro. Should be very familiar to anyone who's been using VoxPro. The look and feel is going to be pretty much the same. We just have these new features.
Very cool. When do you think it'll be released?
This summer.
This summer.
This summer.
I get the beta test for you?
Well, yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the time. I think everybody will be very interested in this.
Yeah, it's been a real hit. We've got a lot of attention. We even got
All right.
an award. Isn't that nice?
Wonderful.
That's quite an honor for us.
Very nice.
So, and we're very excited to be working with Wheatstone now.
Yeah, very good.
one of the big complaints I've always had in the past from Wheatstone engineers is that, you know, they don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
It's been very difficult to get the two systems to work together, and now it's a piece
Simple.
of cake.
Very good. All right. Thank you much.
Thank you.